Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Groot, and welcome back to another video. And today in this video, we're going to talk about solution number two, which is about sorting the array and then finding the maximum occurrence of an element. This video is a continuation of another video that I created, which is brute force solution to the maximum occurring problem. And now let's talk about the solution of this problem. So first I'm gonna import all the important packages. Alright, I'm done with import. So now I'm gonna create a object. I'm gonna create a variable of scanner type. So scanner system.in. So since we need an array here, so okay, no, first we need test cases. So I'm gonna here a variable t and then give it into the control of the user so that user can put some values in it. And while t minus minus is greater than 0, so now the actual code is going to be put here. So we are going to write the entire solution inside while loop. Why? Because uh, we need to test our code for different inputs, right? So what this code does is it tests our code for different number of times with different inputs. So it depends on what value of t the user uh, has given here. So let's say it is 10 here. So the code is going to execute for 10 different times with 10 different inputs. So that's the reason why we are putting test cases here. So since we need an array here, so we're going to declare an array of int type. Let's say new int 5 here, and with the help of for loop we are going to insert elements here. Let's say the size of an array is 5 again, and I plus plus. All right, and so yep, we are done with this. So the we have done a little tweak here. So the tweak is we are going to sort this array here. Why? Because the sequence of original array does not matter while solving the problem. Let's say let's say we have a array, uh, and the elements in this array are 1 2 3 4 and 4 here. Now if we let's say if we change the sequence of these elements, it really does not impact. Why? Because like what we are doing here is we are only counting the maximum occurrence here. So sequence, it does not matter here. The original sequence, it does not matter, so we can change that. And once we sort it in either ascending order or descending order, then it's going to be very easy for us to find out the maximum occurring element here. So let me show it to you how we can do that. So arrays dot sort and array. About it. Now this array, the original array, no matter what, how the input is in original array, it will come to us with in a ascending order, and it is going to help us solve the problem very easily. So now we only require one for loop. So for int I is equal to 0, equal to 0, I plus plus. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's 5. No, what is wrong with this? Yeah, we are done with this. So now what we are gonna do is since we have sorted array here, So what we're gonna do here is first we need some answer. Let's say initially the answer is 0 and count variable is 1 initially, and max count is also 1 initially. Let's say this is what we have right here. Okay, all right. So now what we're gonna do is if arri plus 1 is equal to array I, then increment the count. All right. So the simple logic that I'm applying right here, let's say, let me explain this to you. Let's say we have 1 and 1 and 1 and 2 and 3. So with this piece of code, what I've actually done here is, let's say if, let's say I is 0 first. Initially I is 0. All right. So with this piece of code, what I'm doing is 0 plus 1, which is array 1, which is 1, and I'm checking 1 with previous element 1 here, which is arri. Arri is 0 here. So I'm checking 1 with 1 here, and if both are equal, then I'm incrementing the count variable here. And this count variable is gonna be 2 in this case, because we have initialized count variable with 1 here. So this is what I'm doing right here with this piece of code. And yep, let me clear this out. So yeah, this is what we did here. And now what we need to do is um, we have already incremented count variables. So if count is greater than max count is gonna be count here, and the uh, answer is going to be, okay, so this code is not going to work here. Why? Because we are x is I is undefined here. I cannot resort to a variable type. Exactly. Mm, we need to tweak this code a little bit, right? So instead of putting it here, maybe we can put it here, and maybe it will give us the correct answer. Okay. Mm, let me test this code if it works or not. Shit. Yeah, let me test this code and see if it works or not. And it doesn't work properly. Why? Because I have done a mistake here. Alright, now it's gonna work. One, one, two, and three. I forgot to print the answer. Alright, hope it works now. One and one and one and two and three. It is working. It is working smoothly. Yep. So yeah, this is the code that you need to write if you want to solve the maximum occurring problem by sorting it first. but this is not the right way. Like, we have like highly optimized algorithm to solve this problem, and we're going to talk about that later in upcoming videos. But yeah, this is one of the solution that you can go out for. Like, and let me give you the time complexity of this. Since we are using sorting algorithm here, and the most optimized sorting algorithm sorts an element in an array in big O of n log n. So the time complexity of this is n log n. So remember that the time complexity of this algorithm is big O of n log n, and that's about it. Catch you up in the next video. So until then, goodbye. Have a nice day.